Okay, let's talk about something that makes a lot of us feel, well, a little overwhelmed: financial and insurance planning. It just feels so complicated, you know? It's full of jargon and it's so easy to just kick that can down the road. But what if I told you there was a simple system to get it all under control? So let me just ask you a question, straight up. When was the last time you actually truly reviewed your insurance policies? If you're like most of us, your honest answer is probably something like, I can't remember. And you know what? That's totally okay. Look, it's not that you don't care about protecting your family or your finances. Of course you do. The problem is that the whole thing is just overwhelming. It feels like you need some kind of special decoder ring just to understand what you're looking at. But the goal here isn't more complexity, it's clarity, pure and simple. So, here's our game plan to cut right through that fog. We're going to start by building a solid foundation. Then, we'll run a really simple but powerful health audit. After that, we'll make sure your financial tools are doing the right job, fill in any dangerous gaps, and finally, get you on a clear path to real confidence. You know, in my past life as a project manager in the corporate world, I learned one thing that's absolutely golden. You need a solid plan, a system. A great goal without a system, that's just a wish. And the exact same thing applies here. We need a system for our financial security. And that system is what I call the 5-point financial foundation audit. Now, this isn't about selling you something or drowning you in more confusing terms. It's about one thing: making sure your protection plan is solid, intentional, and perfectly aligned with your actual life. So here are the 5 steps, plain and simple: a health audit, life insurance alignment, an income protection check, a gap analysis, and finally, policy documentation. Each step builds on the last, so let's jump in with the absolute bedrock of your financial safety net. First up, the health insurance audit. Seriously, this is ground zero for your financial safety net. Now, this is so much more than just having a card in your wallet. The really crucial part is knowing your numbers. I mean, right now, off the top of your head, do you know what your annual deductible is or your out of pocket max? And have you checked recently to make sure your favorite doctors and hospitals are still in your network? Because trust me, those networks change all the time. So, why does this matter so much? Because knowing these little details is exactly how you avoid the massive financial shock of an unexpected medical bill. This one step can literally save you thousands of dollars and just a world of stress. Okay, now that our health safety net is secure, let's move on. We're going to talk about aligning the crucial financial tools that protect your family and, just as importantly, your income. So we'll tackle 2 key areas here together: life insurance and income protection. First, life insurance alignment. Is your coverage amount just some random number you picked years ago, or is it intentionally tied to a specific goal, like, say, paying off the mortgage? And do you know what kind of coverage you even have? Is it term insurance, which only covers you for a set period of time? Or is it permanent coverage that's designed to last your entire life? Knowing the why and the what here is absolutely essential. I want you to think of it like this: your insurance is a tool, just like a wrench. It's designed for a very specific job. And this picture just illustrates the question we have to ask perfectly. Is your tool on task? Is it the right size and the right shape for the job you need it to do right now? And that brings us to our next tool, the income protection check. This is the one people forget about most often. Does your job offer disability insurance if you get sick or hurt and can't work? And if you run your own business, what's your plan to replace that income? Let this sink in for just a moment. Your ability to get up every single day and earn an income, that is your single most valuable financial asset. It pays for everything else. Protecting it isn't a luxury, it is the foundation of your entire financial house. All right, we are almost there. We're in the home stretch. The last 2 steps are all about patching any remaining holes in that safety net and then making sure you can actually access all this protection when it really matters. This brings us to the supplemental gap analysis. Let's be real, health insurance deductibles are high these days. Could you comfortably write a check for $5,000 or even $10,000 tomorrow without completely derailing your savings goals? This is where plans for things like a critical illness or a serious accident can be a game changer. The best way to think about these supplemental plans is as your financial shock absorbers. Just like in a car, they're designed to cushion the blow of a big, sudden expense. They protect your emergency fund and your long-term savings from getting totally wiped out. And finally, point 5, policy documentation. Now, this might seem simple, maybe even a little boring, but I promise you it is absolutely critical. Do you have one place, a folder, a binder, a digital file, with all your policies and your agent's contact info? And even more importantly, does your spouse or a trusted family member know exactly where to find it in an emergency? Organization here isn't just about being tidy, it's a lifeline. So, after walking through these 5 points, what's the real end result? It's not just a stack of organized papers, it's a fundamental shift in how you feel about your financial future. You move from that state of nagging uncertainty, that little voice in the back of your head saying, I should probably look at that stuff, to a state of genuine confidence. You know what you have, you know why you have it, and you know that it's all working together to protect you. And that peace of mind, it's priceless.